Hi, I'm Steve, I'm from the Speccy Techie. Now, whilst I'm speeding through the unboxing process, I'm going to talk to you a little about the Elite 120 CoolerMaster case. The case itself is an ITX form factor case. It's very stylish, very small and very convenient for many purposes such as micro gaming systems. So let's just unbox this and see what we've got and see what it is. So looking at it, you can see it's got top and side vents on both sides. Now the power supply fits in the top, and you got your I/O shield at the bottom as standard, and you got two blanking plates for the graphics card and one pipe output. Now, what I like about this case most of all is the way they've managed to squeeze all these standard form factor parts inside. Now you see this vent here, that allows the power supply to draw air outside rather than inside to keep the power supply cool. Now this is useful because the processor is going to be drawing air directly underneath it. Now you don't want turbulence there. On the front we find a USB 3 port, the CoolerMaster logo, which I love. Two buttons, one the power on button, which has a very nice feel, and then you've got the reset switch, which is slightly smaller. You've got your microphone and headphone jack plus two USB 2 ports for backwards compatibility, and your 5.25 inch bay for your optical drive. So let's have a closer look at this and see what we can find. So if we just turn the case around again, you'll find if you got a back plate for the motherboard which is black, i.e. it fits in, it will look very tidy on the back. Most power supplies that you'd use in a gaming system are black as well, so everything's going to fit in. Now, as we take this off, we find it's very flimsy and very delicate. When I was pulling it off, I found the case itself that wraps around the top is a bit flimsy and bends a bit. It's not the strongest, but at the same time it doesn't have that horrible cheap feel. Now let's just unwrap these cables and see what we got here. That's the accessories bag. It comes with some extra rails for the hard drive mounting. So we can see our audio headers. It comes with Intel HD and standard AC97, I think. The USB 2 headers, that's useful if you're using legacy. There's the USB 3 header, which is very different to the USB 2. And here we have the reset switch and the HDD LED. And the power switch is in there somewhere as well. So let's just separate these and see where they go. So on this side you've got your USB, your audio headers. So they go to that side there, and they're very nice cables. They're not horrible, messy ones. These ones aren't so clean. They go to the other side with the USB 3 and the power on and reset button. Ignore that, that's my strap. So what we see here is some Molex cables. Now we have two sets of these. One is for the front intake fan, and one is for this little fan here, which helps cool the processor. It brings air in from the side vented panel and cools the processor. So it's a very useful thing. So you've got the adapter there, so you can plug straight to the motherboard as well as the Molex. Gives you multiple options, and they're wrapped up, bundled nice and neatly there. So let's get to the hard drive bays here. So if we look here, you'll find that you can fit both a standard hard drive and a laptop or SSD drive together on one bay, which I think is pretty cool. It's going to be very useful for me. So the bottom one is the same, and then the extra one which comes with the package will only fit a hard drive, will not fit both unless you've got an SSD adapter. So the front of the case is aluminium brushed, and this is one of my favourite parts. Now you've got a really easy to use locking mechanism for the optical drive. It allows you to simply pull and push the pins into the optical drive to lock it in place. It finds where the optical drive needs to be and it locks it there, so I like that. Now let's just get these cables out of the way. So let's have a look here. You got room for a fan by the hard drive bays there between the motherboard and the bays, so you can add another 120mm fan or even a radiator if you want. Now I think the bays actually are removable, so you can put some water cooling equipment in there and actually have a nice little water cooled gaming PC. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you're looking for something small and powerful and mighty, this is what you're looking for, and I love that CoolerMaster logo. It's brilliant. The whole front is metallic, and is of a high quality metallic sort of material. Now you got a little vent above the input output shield. You got standard screws for the graphics card slots, and this I don't quite get. You've got an output or an input for your water cooling pipe, but you need two really. I don't get why there's only one. So yeah, weird. So my overall views, well, I think the case, I don't know where it could be improved actually. If the chassis were a bit longer so you didn't have the bulge output on the power supply, that would make an improvement, because you would be able to fit a radiator and a fan between those hard drive bays and the motherboard. There may be a reason why CoolerMaster didn't do that I'm not aware of, so bear that in mind. Now, the case itself looks like something you could easily put on top of a TV stand or in front of a TV. It's a very nice HTPC style case, and I like that. I think it's cool. I think it's very cool. So thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to rate and subscribe.